the teachers were unrelentless. Like the school had even lecturers had canes, named canes, black mamba, different pipes or cable strings or sticks, and yeah, that's the culture shock, I would say.
Wow.
Yeah.
And we're back. Before the break, we were getting to know Ritchy Mistri from whence he came from. And we stopped the story at when he finally goes into Nyahururu Elite. Well, I'm going to be a bit selfish, guys, because I really want to understand this story because I've been there, not the school, but I studied in a school in Nyahururu. And one of the things that makes it even more hard is because of the temperatures.
True.
So I just want you to paint us a picture of the school, beginning with cold water or hot water.
That's a good question. Cold, very cold.
How did you people survive?
It's interesting. I mean, so the school had this way of we survived because I mean there were people who would try make it very easy because we're very young at this age, so the last thing they want to hear is a student getting sick and then the parents are being called, what did you do with my child? But the school managed, they held their own. We'd have guys very early in the morning, like maybe at 5 already, guys boiling water for the students to
Wow.
go and chota maji and come. So everyone had their, it's like those things, everyone had their own, suitcase or like mabati case, buckets for your box, beddings, whatnot, all those kind of stuff, because everything had to be very uniform. So yeah. I think that's how we mostly survived. A lot of sweaters, scarves, stuff. It was a very cold place.
So what was the culture shock coming into this place as compared to St. Andrews?
Oh, that's a good question. You're doing great. You're doing great. I think the culture shock for me was, people don't consider Nauru Elite as a local school or like a public school, but to me at that time, 100%, because there were things that I wouldn't necessarily say was fitting. Just the school in general, everything about it, like how you walk, you have to have your hands behind your back. You have to be at certain places at certain times. Every Saturday we have to wash our cubicles and wait for inspection, random inspections in case you have any tuck food or snacks or anything. Just in general, you have a matron who is constantly on your case, teacher on duty, all that kind of stuff. So I mean, that to me really, I think for me, humbled me quite a bit, and I appreciated it because leaving that school gave me the insight. I'm like, okay, I know the both worlds. I know what it's like to be in this kind of high superficial environment, and then what it's like to be in a more like you're not all that kind of thing. You're humbled from the get-go, from the beginning. So Nyahururu for me really humbled me. It really gave me structure, gave me a reason to be responsible, be strong-willed, I think. Yeah. Nyahururu really grounded me, kabisa. The teachers were unrelentless. Like the school had even lecturers had canes, named canes, black mamba, different pipes or cable strings or sticks, and yeah, that's the culture shock, I would say.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is interesting because I'm speaking as a person who's only done it for 4. So I'm not judging you. I'm just shocked that you're shocked.
I wasn't then. I was shocked.
Of course, I
When I joined,
understand.
it was shocked.
Yeah. So what that does, it makes me curious. How then was it St. Andrews that you'd be shocked that you have to wash your cubicles or
You see, for me, St. Andrews at the time for me wasn't in a way that I had to be held responsible for anything because I'm only in year 3. I'm only very, very young. So most of the times it's them taking care of our well-being. And also that place was just me just being free-spirited. Now getting into Nyahururu for me was that my life is in my hands. I need to make sure every single step of the way I'm okay. But that doesn't mean I had it any easier. I mean, I got sick consistently. I got like malaria at one point, typhoid. I was consistently getting colds, fighting with the school to why do I need to shave my beautiful hair? It's the rules and whatnot. So you try throw tantrums. You want to call your folks that you come get me or anything like that. Why did you come and visit me? All kind of things. Yeah. I think Nyahururu, that first few years, I did have it rough, but I knew if it's not this, there's no way out.
Yeah.
I have this or it's nothing. So I mean, I know at the point with my family, it was like, unfortunately for my siblings, they got a chance to go abroad and whatnot. They were able to study like IGCC, A levels and whatnot, even A levels abroad, like for my sis. But for me, my story now became very different. I tangent to now getting into the Kenyan culture properly. So when I joined Nyahururu, even my fellow classmates, my students, people that I was relating with, like to them, this is the kind of normality. They know this that way. And of course, I had difficulties finding to join their structure, but they were open to like really get me on the ship, because it was like, we gotta survive. If you're gonna make it to class A, we need to hold down and survive. So that's why I call it boot camp, proper boot camp but for several years.
Oh, it is. Even us who only know it for 4, we still know it's boot camp. It's in hindsight, we're like, this doesn't make sense. Why was this necessary? So my other question would be, did you have a teacher that impacted you at that time?
At Nyahururu, yeah, there was there were a few that really held me down.
Who was he and how?
So one was he was a deputy headmaster. He was called Mr. Kamanu. And there was an English teacher I had. For the life of me, I can't remember his name. No, I do. Mr. Gitao. Mr. Kamanu, Mr. Gitao, and one more. God, for the life of me, I can't remember his name. But yeah, those guys, they were rough. they unforgivingly so. But yeah, Mr. Gitao, he gave me a reason to keep going, despite, of course, not just at showing love to one student just because of anything. No, like understanding this is the only way you're going to find life out there. And by truth, I found it that way. It's unfair, and nothing is fair. And at a very young age, especially because he was an English teacher, and he used to be very cautious about how we approach people, how we respect people, how we're responsive. And he was not fretting from beating people. He would beat us with the named canes, the black mambas, the green sniper. I don't know, stupid names, but anyway, those guys are the ones who actually showed me why I'm here, or why I was there at the time, because they did see reasons for the students to do well, especially at that young age, but they didn't only want us to thrive in that aspect. They wanted us to also understand where this next generation should lead to, because to them they were like, Kenya is struggling, or this is and this, and I didn't understand. We're so young. Why are you kind of putting this upon us? But to him, he was very big on mentorship. Even Mr. Kamano the same way. But him being also deputy headmaster, he was never around as much, but he would always come and try to find me and have a chat with me. So I would say those guys are the ones who kept us going. Yeah.
Interesting. So your time at Nyahururu Elite is coming to an end. Sorry, I just put my pen. Your time at Nyahururu is coming to an end. So I'm assuming this is class 8, and then you're sitting for your KCPE. How did you perform?
I did pretty well, actually. Not well. To me, I did pretty well. I think I did pretty well. Of course, in terms of standard, because I think at the time I struggled getting into the system and I was really struggling for the past leading up to class 8. I think there was a point where I never thought I would actually make it. But yeah, we really put in a lot of work. In fact, if anything, those late night preps, early morning preps, they were giving coffee to students at that time. We were only like, we babies, we were young. But yeah, like those are the times I was like, am I going to make it? And I did. Yeah, I did pretty well. In fact, some you might have to remind me, but like in those schools where you have to put select schools that you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
I honestly, I didn't care about it. I just put what people were saying is Jijo, Kabarak, what, Jibo, what.
Alliance. Everyone says
So I put a few names, and I was like, one of them called me, and I was just like, I don't want to go back into that stuff. So now we transitioned back into IG in high school. Yeah, but originally when we were trying to go into high school, we were planning to go into 844, but then I don't know. My folks decided, you know what, let's put him back into IG.
Okay, amazing. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back to begin the high school chapter. This is when your passion becomes a profession, where creativity finds direction. This is ADMI.